Hey everyone, it's your old pal Eric Lima. You're watching my YouTube vlog show, The People's Lima, aka TPL, and this is episode 877 of my YouTube channel. Hosted by me, the man born and raised in the 70s, made in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, stood tall in the 2000s, and still standing my ground here in today's present time. While I talk about what is up, what is down, what is all around town, and in my life, and in my favorite things of entertainment. While I bring the life, love, laughter, heart, soul, education, encouragement, and entertainment to all of you awesome people out there. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day, relaxing day. Hope you guys are enjoying your lunch, eating a sandwich, or eating leftovers from the night before and all that. Let's get right into what I want to talk about today. Check this out. Now, you all were wondering, why am I wearing my Ruby Tuesday hat? Well, this was one of my first hats I got when I was working for Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth. You see, today is the 1 year anniversary of Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth closing its doors. I've worked at that place for 15 years. But in 2010, February 2nd, 2010 was the date that changed my life over there. When my manager, who worked with us for 8 years, my general manager, my boss, who worked with us for 8 years at that location, was fired. Now, we didn't know anything. Nobody warned us. Nobody told us what was going on. We didn't have excuse me, an emergency meeting or something like that, and it just happened. Now, a lot of us were not very happy about it, myself included. And it was to the point where we just want to go, okay, what's going on? You know, I feel like, hanging my head in shame and all that good stuff, and just, I even cried. I admit I cried a little bit, because the new management started dwindling down, and a lot of my friends that I've worked with over these 15 years have left. So it's one of those things where you just, it was so surreal. It was just so strange. So I was like one of the last remaining few members, a remnant, shall we say, of the old Ruby Tuesday crew. I see a lot of people come, I see a lot of people go there. So, what happened was, I decided, well, if they're going to cut down my shifts, I'm getting myself another job. I did, and ended up working at the Swansea Mall for a bit. But once I got the hours that I wanted, technically, so I'll tell you why in a minute. I told my new boss I quit. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure my new boss at the time probably has a good idea of what's been going on. A lot of people quitting and leaving and all that. It's just like, I think the problem is the chemistry. And we have a new boss coming in, and you get all these crew members who have known each other for years, known each other for a while. It gets crazy to the point where it just, okay, we don't know you, we don't know how you operate, what's going on. It's really weird, Working in a restaurant is probably a weird business, I'm gonna be honest with you. And a lot of things come and go. A lot of people come and go. And it happened at Ruby Tuesday. So I was trying to get used to the new regime, but I couldn't. So when they cut down my shifts to 1 day, that was it. Job hunting time. And I was going to work for the mall, the Dartmouth Mall itself. I said, hey, Swansea needs help. Fine. Went over to Swansea. In fact, April 30th, 2010, I quit Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth to work over at Swansea Mall. And I was not so used to it so much that every time I get out of work, I used to head back home. I used to head back at our mall. I wanted to work at our mall. I mean, I had a very, very, very difficult time trying to fit in over at Swansea Mall, the Swansea way of things. So I couldn't. It was too far of a drive. So when my supervisor over there said, hey, Dartmouth is looking for help. So I decided, well, why the heck not? and 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 just it's wonderful. I'm kind of lost for words about this at the moment. It's really tough to get the words in edgewise here. Alrighty then. It's been one of those things where you just it was very difficult. Then when I went over, when I went to the Dartmouth Mall, they said we're looking for opening. We want you to work. So they cut down my shifts over at the Swansea Mall, so I can go over here. So I split my time between both malls, but my mall manager, the operations manager, Everett, says, I want you to work every day. I said, I wanted to do that. So by the time July of 2010, the first week of July came around, it was good. And they even gave me the week off for the Whalen City, not the week off, the days off for the Whalen City Festival. I thought it was highly neighborly of them, so I said, okay, that's cool. I was really happy. July, it was like July 3rd, one day before Independence Day. I felt independent, And ever since I've been working there, and then ever since I left Swansea, it seems like Swansea's not been doing very well. I think the era of the mall is dying, guys. I'll be surprised if we're the only mall left standing here in the South Coast. That's my opinion. Because we only got, 3 vacant spots left. And those have yet to be filled up. So anyways, I missed the crew over at Ruby Tuesday, and let's go back. And I missed the food there. One of my favorite foods. I think Ruby Tuesday introduced me to the Buffalo wings. And I tried buffalo wings, and they were good. And I thought they were the best things ever. And I was happy when they had the buffalo chicken sandwich. I tried that. That was my all-time favorite meal. Ruby Tuesday was the buffalo chicken sandwich. I think I did a list on this a few episodes back. I mean, way back. You know what I'm saying? I think last year it was. And it's really cool. So things happen this way. It is, am I sad? It's kind of bittersweet that it all ended because the bitter part was I'm gonna miss that restaurant because it was my first job and it had a great ambiance and the atmosphere of the place was so family-like. It was so cool. And like people were getting along, making jokes, cracking jokes. It's like we just had a reunion last year for goodness sakes. And it's like, hey, what's up? And people still know me by Lima. I love my last name. It really is cool. Honored to be in Lima. Always would be in Lima. And it was totally cool. It was totally sweet that the fact that that the corporate ran that restaurant to the ground and destroyed it completely because ever since they fired my boss of 8 years, it's gone down the tubes. In fact, they did a merry-go-round of general managers for the past 6 years. 5-6 years before it closed down, it had like 6 or 7 general managers at one point. It's like, not a good sign. I think once Buffalo Wild Wings opened up at the mall in 2013, that's when everything went downhill for Ruby Tuesdays, and that's going to be the next now of Ruby Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if they closed them within a few years. My former employee who just recently quit there on the New Year's Day. I don't know, was it this year? No, not this year. Not last year or the year before. Quit there at the beginning of the year. It's like a brand new slate, clean slate, and everything else. And he said this place will close down. And before he left, he said this place will close down by 2014. He was 2 years off, but it ended up closing down. I'll never forget my final meal that I ordered at Ruby Tuesday. It was a buffalo chicken sandwich. I will never, ever forget that. There's some things that I would like to forget, and there's things I like to remember. There's some of the good things I like to remember. It just comes to me, Whatever, It's surreal. That's all I'm going to say. It's surreal, And I really do miss working at Ruby Tuesday in North Dartmouth, at the Dartmouth Mall. I really do miss the crew that worked there. we had a lot of fun times. We cracked jokes here and there. It was really cool. So that's kind of about it, man. That's about it. So all right, that's all the time we have on this show. Remember, use your heads, don't do stupid things. Coolness is the essence of a happy person, and please love and respect one another. But if you're having a bad day, just grab a pad, grab a pen, and tell them that bad day they just made a list. Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth crew forever. My boys and my girls. See ya. Peace out. Episode 877.